Hi Capricorn, welcome to your November 2015 tarot scope reading. I'm sorry about the noise downstairs, but there's not much I can do about it, okay? So the situation for Capricorn for November is the World card. Okay, this is a brand new deck. I've got the Tarot Art Novi. I got two, okay, premium decks. And if you watch your sun sign, your moon sign, and your ascendant, you will see that I've used different decks for a couple of each of the signs, so that basically when you are watching those different videos, then you can see the different, rather than seeing the same deck, you've got a different deck. So I thought it'd be a little bit more creative. Okay, as Gemini's always thinking about the creativity. Okay, the next card you've got is the Temperance card. Okay, and these are in your situation position. So the Wheel card and the Temperance card sends the message that you are in bad need of balance, within your world. Okay, you really need to focus on becoming more balanced in your life in general, because the Wheel card is all about the completion, or it might be that you come to a place of comfort and calm because something is completed within your world. It could be possibly that. But feeling a lot more, things are feeling a lot more settled in your world than they have done in a while, Capricorn, and you're quite happy about that, okay? And so that's what this is about. It's all about temperance. And if your world is not feeling calm and it's not feeling like you're balanced, then that is what your focus should be on in November. Becoming a lot more balanced, a lot more centered. The Temperance card is very much about spirituality. So it's all about the understanding that most people don't spend time on spirituality or listening to the inner voice. They just kind of go through the motions, but there's a price to pay for that. If you truly want to be, calm, cool and collected, then you need to spend some time centered in yourself. And I think that that's what you need to do in November, okay? And these are absolutely stunning cards. And you can see that that's what these people are doing. They're together, the calm, the cool, the collected. And also, it might be in a relationship as well, because you can see that these two people are together in this particular deck, and they're embracing each other. And then outside of that, this woman is spending time alone. So the Capricorn woman more so is the message that don't believe that when you're not with it might be you struggle to pull yourself away from your partner, or your partner may do the same with you. And a truly complete relationship is when you're complete together like they are here. Okay, you complete each other's world, but it's also knowing that you're complete in your own world as well and by yourself. So I don't normally say things like that, but it's kind of, that's what I've just picked up on. It's almost like you have to come to that place where you can spend time with your partner and feel like, you're together. And then when you're on your own, you've got your own little time for yourself. It might just be more time for yourself outside of a relationship. Now, I wouldn't normally say that because it's the Whale card, but it's just because these two people are together and it's like the two overly focused on being together. So I think some of you are in need of respite, time to spend to yourself, time to spend spiritually, meditating, calming yourself and getting balance within yourself. The more balanced you are within you, the more balanced that your relationship will be in general. It's just the way it works, okay? Whereas if you're always with your partner, if you're always with your husband, your wife, you never really, you kind of morph into them and you're not complete within you, and it means you taking time away. It's also suggesting for those who are having problems within a relationship that taking that time away to do this work will help you to become very balanced, and it'll help the relationship to become more calmer, more balanced, more complete. Because the world is all about completion, okay? So if you want to make your relationship or your marriage more complete and better, then complete yourself, work on yourself, get balance within yourself. If there's issues within your relationship, Capricorn, the message is that you're missing the boat and you're missing the point. The issues are that you're focusing on your problems collectively instead of pulling yourself apart and focus on, he focuses on him, you focus on you, she focuses on her, he focuses on him. Okay, you get the point. So that was one of the scenarios that I've come up with. The other one is, again, that you will feel a lot calmer this month than you have done in a good while. Things will settle down, but it will only happen if you apply the mantra of rest, relaxation, work hard, play hard, that kind of thing, because it is about temperance. She is pouring them cups into each other, which means that basically she's balancing everything in her life. Okay, the need to get balance within your world is a massive factor. The need to kind of balance the opposites, whatever they may be. Maybe it's two different jobs, maybe it's family with work and all of this. And your job this month, I think, is to really find the balance between work and play, family and work, all this. Okay, but more so, the message is that if you want to find this balance, temperance is very much a spirituality card. They're saying you're only going to do that, you're only going to be able to combine everything if you're completely balanced and centered within yourself. If you apply it, you'll see much reward for it. Okay. Your career sees the Nine of Pentacles. So the Nine of Pentacles is an amazing card because the Nine of Pentacles is all about luxury. Okay, getting balance between your career and your personal life is massive though, with the fact that the World and the Temperance cards have come up. Or I've just been told actually what it might be is that you've been out of balance for a while, because it might be that things start to calm down and you start to see the rewards for all the work you've been putting in this month. Okay, so it might have been for the past few months you've literally been running from here to there, doing this, that and the other, but this month it will see you actually getting the rewards and feeling a lot more settled financially. Not only have you got money to cover your bills, but you've got money to spend on yourself. You might buy yourself a couple of luxury items, and you know what, Capricorn, if you put in the work, then you deserve the rewards, and that's what I'm definitely seeing with the Nine of Pentacles. It's almost like some reward is coming. It could be anything from like a bonus to, you know, just literally like recognition, a promotion. You know, it's all about being recognised for our hard work. Okay, and you can't. It might be that you take a break, or the advice would be that it would be wise, because obviously in the Christmas month people, if you're working, they don't really let you take a break, do they? Because obviously it's so busy, so you'll often struggle. The message for you is this might be, especially with the World being a 1, this might be your month to get that rest before obviously all the work situation and all of that comes up next month. And that's what this is. They're saying you've got enough money, you've got enough resources, you're doing well enough within your career to be able to take a little bit of time out in November to get some balance. Because what this will do is right, December might be, I've struggled because I've literally went from the yearly horoscopes to these horoscopes, and I'm just fucking, I felt like I'd already done Capricorn, but I'd done yearly Capricorn. Okay, so I got conflicted advice. But the message is that if you take some time out in November, it will refresh you for next year. Okay, because you're not going to get that chance in November, in December, simply because obviously it's so busy in December. So they're not going to give you that time to take a break. So if you can take a break now, that would be wise. Some of you have probably already planned this break. Some of you have already thought ahead of time that some rest is what you're in need of, that you're doing quite well, and you've already booked this time out and went for it, and that would be smart. If you can still do so, then I would advise it, okay, because it will really help you to get perspective, to go within, to do some inner questioning on a deeper level about where you're going in your world. That's what November should be about, really, for you. Because with the Nine of Pentacles, I'm seeing is that you're doing quite well. Okay, things are starting to pick up financially, ambitious-wise, materialism, that kind of thing. Reputation is okay. You know, it's starting to pick up. So the message is take some time out to regroup what you've already achieved so far, as opposed to what you want to achieve in the future. Because the World card is suggesting that by taking those times out, that's where we then truly come to where we're supposed to be in our world. The Hierophant makes a lot of sense, okay? So the Hierophant is all about conformity, okay? It is about work. It's about an establishment. But it's about a person who, again, may reward you. As the Nine of Pentacles, is you. And it's a Capricorn, Taurus or Virgo being rewarded by another Taurus or even an Aries for the work that you've put in. Okay, it might be that your boss rewards you with a promotion, or he says to you, I'm going to give you this amount of bonus. You've worked really hard this year. You may go to him and say, listen, I'm in need of some time away. Is it okay? But I know I should really give notice, but it's okay. Yeah, no worries. It's like they won't go against you because they appreciate how much work that you've put in. But I definitely see the high difference is moving up in position, being offered a better position. Okay, feeling quite happy about that. But I do think you're in need of some time to reflect about whether this is what you want to do and spend your time doing in this world, and then you can make choices from there. What I mean by that is this offer that's coming to you may make you extremely wealthy, but it may take away your peace of mind, hence the temperance card in there. It may take away your relaxation times. It might be a job where you're on call all the time and you've got to make a lot of sacrifices. So remember, everything has a price, Capricorn. Where we win in one side in terms of materialism, money, luxury, we lose in terms of time, family, all of this. So that's what the mantra might be for you for November, that you really need to take the time away to question, because the world is all about, especially when it's in our position, it's all about looking at our world on a deeper level. Okay, and it's about looking and saying, okay, I've been offered this opportunity, but what is the sacrifice? What is the price? Because that's what most people do. They run into things, and I probably did the same myself. I was given an opportunity and I was like, okay, it's an opportunity of a lifetime, I can't miss it. But I didn't take time to I did do some reflection, but not enough to think about how I was going to balance both areas and 3 jobs and family and money and you name it. Okay, now I love what I do, so that's a quality. It means it saves me. Okay, so even though I'm going through some tough times, it's not easy. I'm trying to balance things. I want to make this a success. I'm a Gemini. This is what we do. I also realised the mantra that if I'd took a little bit more time to reflect, I wouldn't have made some mistakes I've made lately. Okay, that's had quite a big price actually. So that's what I don't want you to do. I want you to take time out to look at the details closely about any offers that are coming to you. I also want you to, with the 9 of Pentacles, spend a lot of time looking at what you've achieved so far, okay, and then meditating and relaxing about where you want to go in the future, because November is definitely, with the World card and also the Temperance card, a reflection month for you. Okay, a month where when you can get bits of time out, even if you are still working, to reflect upon, okay, I'm here now, where do I want to be in the future, and what do I need to put into practice and in process so I can get there. Okay, questioning maybe things you want to drop from your world, maybe things you want to bring into your world, all of this, questioning your balance, okay, the kind of balance that you allow in your life. Are you aware? Yeah, well, being a fucking Capricorn, you probably are, work all day, barely have any time for family, friends, barely have time for anything like that. That is what Capricorn tends to be like, and there's a price for that. Or are you the other side of the coin, where you don't work and you just kind of, it's all the other side of it, but it's all family and stuff, but you don't really have that ambition, or you don't know where you're going in your world and you're not balanced. It's all about a clemmy. It's all about getting that balance within your world so that you're successful and you have money and security, but you'd also have the other elements like family time, a relationship, and that. Just reflecting very much, I think, on these things will really help you to get an idea. And like I always say, and I've said to some of the other signs this month, what you'll find is people will go, I'll do it in January. They have big intentions and they're waiting for this new year to start, and they soon fall off the wagon in, probably fucking the end of January or February, March if you're lucky. But generally, they don't look at it as like, I start now, I start meditating, I start reflecting now, I make changes now, I might not be here in January. You know what I mean? People are far too much about like these, the way they created the time calendar that doesn't exist, and it's 12 o'clock now, and it's all bullshit. Okay, time does not exist. It's just endless existence, but we put that in there so there's structure. But what that does to the human brain is says, oh well, I've got this, I'll do it Monday, that's when I'll start my diet, that's when, start it now, do it now. Okay, but do it now by spending November reflecting upon the kind of balance you want in your world. Do it now by reflecting upon what you're willing to sacrifice and what you're not willing to sacrifice. And I would definitely say with the World card and the Temperance card that you, Capricorn, are just in more need of a good deal of peace and tranquility and time to yourself. And that might mean time apart from your partner. It might mean time away from spending less time working with friends, etc. You just need some time out for yourself to do some reflection upon your world and what it is you want to bring into. We've got a new year coming up, so I wouldn't dismiss it altogether. We do have to kind of sit there and think, okay, I've achieved this year. What would I like to achieve next year? And by really reflecting, we can then see that what processes we need to put in place, or what changes need to be made, because the world is also about a completion card. So it's all about endings, it's all about beginnings, it's all about looking at our world, looking about things that need to change. I love how I have to shout because there's music on downstairs. I can't wait to look at my own place. Okay, but it's all about changing massively what it is that you want to change, so that you can move into your future. So that look at where you've come this year, look at what you've achieved this year, and look at what you want to achieve next year. And by doing so, you will have a better idea of how you're moving forward in the future. It's that simple. Okay. The next card is the Three of Swords. So the Three of Swords is definitely sending the message that illness may be a factor. If you don't get it together, then illness could be massive in terms of your career. Your career may be leading. It may be that November sees you falling ill. Okay, it may be that November sees you feeling conflicted over decisions that you need to make in relation to your career. But the message with the Temperance card and the World card in your situation position, Capricorn, is that the only way you are going to remain balanced and not become ill or conflicted, you've got to think that as well, if we overwork, it can affect our mental state. So the message here is that you need to spend time getting time out, because otherwise, I know I've been the same as well lately. It's kind of like mentally I've just been conflicted, and I've been like, oh, and I haven't been able to function. And some of you may well be getting to that point where you're taking on that much, or you're dealing with that much, that you're just generally conflicted, and it's starting to affect your peace of mind. Because the Three of Swords is all about, obviously it's air, so it's the mind, and Temperance is all about the need to calm the mind and your fears and your anxieties. And I'm definitely seeing with the Nine of Pentacles, it might be a fear of losing opportunities, or losing your luxuries, or what you've built in your career. Okay, we've got the Two of Swords as well. So the Two of Swords is all about indecisiveness, indecisive about where one's going, what one's achieved, all of that. Okay, Two of Swords and Three of Swords is definitely feeling stagnant, feeling stuck, feeling anxious. Do I go this way? Do I go that way? What do I want to achieve? Oh my god, fuck's sake. You know what I mean? Again, feeling like you can't take a break even though you are feeling a little bit ill, feeling like you need that time out but you can't take it because of money, or projects you've got in the fucking in the firing line, and all of this shit and stuff you've got to do. And it's just like, I'm seeing some of you working that much that you just kind of, and you're like, well, I can't stop now because I've got this going on, and I need to earn this money for Christmas, and I need to do that, and I need to do that. And you're running around like a headless chicken, and you're losing your peace of mind, you're losing your centre, okay? And you're doing it because actually, with the Nine of Pentacles, I'm seeing in relation to career, you're doing quite well. I'm seeing in relation to finances, you're not doing too bad either. Okay, I'm seeing with the Hierophant, it might be conforming to this group of people who expect you to work in a certain way and deliver on a certain time frame and all of this. Well, that's all great in that, Capricorn, but what about your own peace of mind? What about your own health? There's a big message for you that if you don't start listening to the advice that's being given to you, you're going to suffer the consequences. Okay, the world is all about, you need to focus on your will before you can deliver to other people, not other people. Because with the Hierophant, I'm seeing someone who's kind of a traditionalist. He expects it done to his rules or her rules, or this company does. And it may make you feel a little bit stuck and conflicted because you never want to say no. And you're building a lot of money and you're building a lot of reputation, but there's a price for that. And it's your own peace of mind and your own fucking peace. Like, you work from 8 o'clock in the morning till 10 o'clock at night. That'd be nice. But you know what I'm talking about. You work that long and then you're not getting no time for rest for yourself. You're literally just working around the clock, and you're conforming to this group, and you're doing well, but you're kind of sacrificing your own health and your own peace of mind to do well. to build this reputation, to earn this money, and there's going to be a price for that. So it's up to you what you do, but that's definitely what I'm seeing. What else am I seeing? 2 options coming up, 2 to 3 options. Okay, most definitely. That's what we've got here. We've got the 2 of Swords and we've got the 3 of Swords. Conflicted over going that way or going that way. Do I stay in this job? Do I leave this job? Do I take this opportunity? Do I stay where I am? That's what I'm seeing. You've built a lot where you are. What I'm being told is it's still within the same company for some of yous, but you're still conflicted because you've built quite a reputation where you are and you're doing quite well where you are, and it might mean that if you move to this other office or this other place or something, that you've got to start all over again and you've got to get to know people and build a reputation and all of that. And part of you may be a bit like, well, I don't know if I want to do that. Either way, with the 2 of Swords in there, there's some indecisiveness about where you're going next in relation to your career. You've achieved quite a bit. Okay, there's some conflict, there's some anxiety. I know that Capricorn can be like that because you don't like the thought of losing what you've already made, losing your reputation, that kind of thing. 3 of Swords is all about fear, anxiety, but I am seeing with the Temperance card and the World card being in your situation, the message is clear that whatever sacrifice you're making in relation to your career and this group of people and their standards, it is starting to affect your health. And the 2 of Swords is crossing over her eyes, she's crossing over her chest, and she's not seeing the truth. It might be heart problems. So it might be that, again, you're constantly anxious. It might be the mental or physical. So if it's physical, it's going to be the heart, and if it's mental, it's going to be the mind. Okay, you know, you might be getting headaches, you might be constantly under stress, you might be raising your blood pressure, and it's all because you're trying to deliver to whoever this group is. And the question is, and the answer is simple: are you willing to sacrifice your health for whatever rewards that this company is willing to give you? If you are, that's fine. But all we're asking is you can still be successful and do what you're doing. Just get a little bit more balance. You know, just spend a little bit more time on your own. Just spend some more time relaxing. Take up meditation to help with the conflict and the stress you feel on a day-to-day basis that really builds up. Because, again, it's building up within your mind and it's causing anxiety, which is going to affect the physical body. But if you deal with this, things will settle down. Okay. If you're out of a job, I'm seeing as that you're being too complacent. And you need to find balance, which is what I've said, okay? If you're going to have all the money and the luxury, okay, if you're going to find a group in terms of a job that's good and established, and you're going to work for a big established company, well, sitting on your ass is not going to get you there either, okay? Because this is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing you being indecisive, kind of sitting there waiting for the opportunity to fall in your lap in November, Capricorn, and the message here is that's the conflict. You're creating your own conflict and your own anxiety. Oh, well, maybe I'm not good enough. Living too much in your mind. Fears over opportunities that failed in the past. And that's why you need to do a bit of both. Okay, put yourself out there. Of course, you can still... It might be some of you remember back to a past job that caused you a lot of anxiety. Caused you maybe even to become ill. And it might be that worry that you might end up back there again. But if you're balanced and you learn from the past, you won't end up back there again. Okay, so just be careful. Okay. Yeah, there may be conflict and anxiety in relation to the group and setting out on your own. Maybe you want more balance in your life. Maybe you want to work in a calmer environment. There's a lot of conflict I'm seeing with the 2 of Swords and the 3 of Swords in a job or a career that you're working in relation to a group of people. And like I said, it's going to be down to the fact that maybe you're not conforming to what they expect you to conform to. The message here is if you don't like it, well then take some time to reflect and think about where you're going in the future in relation to your own world. It might be that you decide to set up your own business so that you can basically be calmer, in the sense of that you're truly listening to you and you're following your models and what you stand for, as opposed to what this group of people or bosses, i.e. etc. want you to follow. I'm tripping over my words and I'm just fucking uncomfortable, quite frankly. I'm having trouble breathing because I feel all bunged up and stuff. Okay. Right, so let's get to love life. So love life sees the 3 of Cups. And who had the Three of Cups? Was it? I think it was Scorpio at the Three of Cups. So if you're with a Scorpio and that's the Three of Cups, that would make a lot of sense. It could be a marriage proposal coming to you. Okay, it could be you proposing to them, most definitely if you're dealing with a Scorpio. We've also got the Seven of Wands. So the Seven of Wands is all about possibly feeling like you've got a lot going on in your relationship at the moment, and the Seven of Wands is Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries. If you're single, I'm seeing as you're dealing with a Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries, and they're a player, Capricorn. Okay, they're playing you, they're dealing with multiple women with the Three of Cups. The Five of Wands makes a lot of sense. Okay, a lot of conflict, a lot of issues, either within a marriage or a relationship. It's to do with the fact that there's a lot of flirting, a lot of pettiness. It's all about trying to get one up on each other, you know, flirting with people. You flirt with his mate, he flirts with yours, eyeing each other up on the street, playing games basically. Okay, then we've got the Queen of Pentacles, so this is you. Okay, and the Queen of Pentacles, what you deeply want, especially if you're single, you might have a lot of attention in November. Okay, it's almost like you're very attractive, but the message is that deep down you don't want to be that. You like the attention, but on the same hand you're at that point now where you're like, I really want to meet someone. There might be that you've got up to 5, it might be 3 or 5, because we've got the 3 and the 5 here, prospects, and it sees you looking closely at the details as to who you want to be with. Now, Sagittarius just got the Queen of Pentacles in their situation position. So if you're dealing with a Sagittarius, the message is the same, okay? It might be that you've got a choice to be with a Sagittarius, but you're looking closely at whether this man is relationship material, and especially with the Three of Cups again, because he's quite a flirt and he spends his time around women, and the Seven of Wands again says the same. Okay, you might be dealing with a Sagittarius who's a cheat, okay? There might be some deceit there, most definitely, because I'm pretty sure they got the moon as well. The Five of Wands again is all about, I'm seeing this being more like other people are breaking into your marriage or your relationship and causing issues, or again maybe you're causing the issues within your relationship, or a fire sign is by the way that they act. Maybe they're extremely flirty, maybe they're extremely flirty and they're just like, you're a bit like, wait there a minute, turning this in. You're starting to question your marriage or your relationship because of it, you know. This person may be like similar to me, like a personal trainer or someone who spends a lot of time around women, you know, and it doesn't sit well with you, because we've got the Seven of Wands as well. The Seven of Wands is someone who's into sports or someone who's very active, but they have to spend a lot of time around women. Now again, the flip side of that could be we're talking about a man, you know, a Capricorn man, and they're dealing with a fire sign woman who's pretty similar to that, attracts a lot of attention, and you're kind of starting to look closely at, you know, where this relationship's going. I'm seeing with the Queen of Pentacles and also the Three of Cups that you're looking at closely at where this relationship is going in the future. So for those who are in a marriage or relationship, you're looking closely at if the conflict and the pettiness can be overcome and harmony can be re-had with the Three of Cups. And if this is that you're dating a Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries, I'm seeing as that you're kind of starting to look now and weigh up whether this person is in fact just using you or does want a future with you. Because again, it might be that, you know, so I'm dealing with a Leo at the moment, and just the amount of people, you know, that are on his Facebook is just ridiculous, you know. I'm a friend apparently, so that's fine, made it clear there. I'm good to be at the minute, to be fair, because obviously this guy just clearly doesn't, you know what he wants. But fire signs tend to be like this, that's what I'm saying, and they get on with all women, you know. I think the point I'm making is if a fire sign is serious about you, then they will be putting it out there that they're serious about you. They're quite straight people, so if they're not putting it out there that they're serious about you, if they're not making any moves, they're clearly not that arsed. If you're dating this man, or if you're single and you're attracted to this man, or vice versa woman, and they're not making any moves and they do tend to flirt and they are around all kinds of people, I often find, well, I do find personally, that a man or a woman who's got that kind of thing around them, I'm not attracted to it. It quickly starts to wean off, you know. So I might be attracted to them in the beginning, but I'll quickly start to be like, wait there a minute, do you know what I mean? Because if they've got that kind of thing going on, they clearly like the attention, which kind of, you know, there's liking attention, and there's you know, and then there's being like ridiculous to the point of that it's just about the ego, because it says to me a lot about ego. And you've got to weigh up whether you want to be with someone who's kind of like, well, I could have been with her, or I could have chose him. You know what I mean? And you're just a bit like, well, good for you, go on then. Do you know what I mean? I think you're at that point, Capricorn, where you really are starting to weigh it up. And I'm definitely seeing with what Sagittarius got, it might be more so a Sagittarius you're dealing with, and you may be questioning whether this guy wants to move things forward with you and make it more permanent. They also got the Four of Pentacles, which is you, which is about protecting yourself. So it might be with the cards that have come up for you that you want to get your peace of mind back in your world. Okay, you want to feel more calmer. This person doesn't make you feel calm because they've just constantly got women or men around them. Now, what's important to note is we've got the Three of Cups and the Five of Wands. So the Five of Wands and the Three of Cups says that what we're dealing with here is Capricorn men are dealing with a lot of women, maybe, or Capricorn women are dealing with a lot of men, or they're dealing with a partner who's dealing with a lot of women or a lot of men. Okay, because you got both, because these are like the player, the multiple choices and all of this on the radar of obviously your partner or even yourself. If you're single, the message is that there's a lot of opportunity, whether you're the Capricorn woman or man. I see a lot of fire signs. I see people who are very active, look good physically. The message here, though, is it's all about, you've got the Three of Cups, which is about emotions, and then you've got the Five of Wands, which is all about passion and sex appeal and all of that. And it might be that the Queen of Pentacles, whether you're the woman or man, Capricorn, that you look closely at which can fulfill you in terms of both, as opposed to people who are over emotional or too needy and clingy, or as opposed to people who just look good physically but have nothing internally. Okay, there's much opportunity. I am seeing again that you wanting a relationship to move to the next level if you're the Capricorn woman, and with the Three of Cups I'm seeing you celebrating, so it's a possibility. Okay, and this makes you feel, remember what I said about the world where the two people are in the world? I'm seeing as that, see the way they're completing each other. Okay, I'm seeing actually some of you will get to so calm and balanced and feel calm because for some of you, you might have had a lot of conflict within relationships over cheating or other women or all of this, but it might be confirmed this month that you're the chosen one. Okay, or things may settle down and your relationship or marriage might start to feel a lot more balanced and calm. Because the Queen of Pentacles feels very secure. And it might be if you've been dating this person or you've been single and you've been wondering about this person's attraction to you, that they actually confirm to you how they feel. And it makes you go to a place of kind of feeling, okay, I know where to stand now. I know what we're about. We're exclusive, because it makes us feel a lot more secure if we're exclusive, especially if our partner gets a lot of attention. And you will start to feel a lot more like you know, in terms of a relationship, because this is two people sharing here, you found your place in the world, okay, with your partnership, and that you feel complete within your partnership, or you feel complete this month because a person you want to be with wants to be with you too. Okay, if you're single, then you wanted to have confirmation that this person liked you. This person will confirm this month whether they do or don't. Even if they say that they don't, I'm seeing as that you're going to look closely and realise that maybe if they didn't, that actually it's best for you, because it makes you feel more centred and calm. The fact that you at least now you know where you stand. Okay, so it makes you feel a lot more calm, in the sense of you're like, okay, well, at least I know where to stand, as much as I didn't get what I wanted, because that's what this is about. Okay, definitely what I would suggest is that you be careful about players. You be careful about players in November, because we've got a lot of options on the table. Excuse me. We've got a lot of options on the table, and especially I'm seeing the player being probably either someone who's in sports, the military, a woman who is extremely attractive physically, a Sagittarius based off what they got, or a fire sign in general, and or a water sign, Cancer, Pisces or Scorpio. Watch for them as well. But I'm seeing, the point I'm making is, if you're single, there's a lot of opportunity in love. Okay, I'm seeing some of you coming to that place of balance. I'm seeing even proposals. So I'm seeing that basically something complete, something moves on to the next level. So most definitely I'm seeing proposals in marriage, and it might be with a Scorpio, because I'm pretty much Scorpio. Got the same with the Three of Cups, and then we've got the Three of Cups in there, which is Scorpio. You moving on into a long-term established relationship, and it might be a relationship with the Seven of Wands that's had a lot of challenges, but things actually start to calm down, and that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing that if there's been a lot of issues in relation to a fire sign, another earth sign even as well, then things will start to become more balanced. Your marriage, your relationship will start to calm down. But you need to understand the mantra that for that to happen, instead of looking at your partner and blaming them for everything that they've done wrong and what they do wrong and looking at their flaws. A good example of it is when Bob Marley said, before you judge other people, take a walk around yourself. And that's what I'm seeing that you need to do. You need to really look at yourself and what your flaws are, and why maybe your issues and ways you're contributing to making the imbalance within the relationship. Are you working too much? Are you not giving enough time to him or her? And that's what's causing the problems. I'm seeing you looking closely at your relationships. I'm seeing the Capricorn woman looking at a husband's kind of Facebook and all of this, looking at the women that are on it, what he's doing, what he's up to. Because again, you kind of feel a bit like maybe he's liking the post, maybe he's doing stuff like that. That's what I'm getting. There's conflict in relation to the way people are acting within the marriage or the relationship, in the sense of that you feel that they're being flirty, you feel like they're flirting with your friends or your fucking sister, or you just feel like there's just something not right here. You might find out that something's not right and decide to complete it and end it and go on, because the Temperance card, to be fair, with the World card, is all about completing a relationship and going off on your own. And it might be that you get to the point where you're sick and tired of feeling like an option. You're sick and tired of feeling like, it's not about pettiness and irritation, and it's just not what you want. You might find out about cheating, the Three of Cups. The Queen of Pentacles is looking closely at the details. You might find out, I don't know why I keep saying online, but I do feel like it will be something to do with that. Whether it's a sporting event or some kind of an event. It might be your partner does something when you're out celebrating. Yeah. You might do something there. Okay. Lapping up the attention of the opposite sex. That makes you kind of feel and realise that if you don't get your shit together, this relationship might as well end, or this marriage might as well end. Okay. The Three of Pentacles. I think what the Three of Pentacles is, because I'm losing the train. Right, Three of Pentacles is suggesting that if you don't sort your shit out, it'd be better to just complete it. Okay, I find this a hard deck to actually, because it's just very different to any other deck, but it's amazing. Three of Pentacles is definitely suggesting a love triangle. There's a love triangle situation going on for you as Capricorn. Either you're in a marriage and you're in love with even possibly two people, as well as the marriage you're in. Okay, you're waiting for someone to make a choice in relation to you and another three people. With the Three of Pentacles is love triangle, Three of Cups is love triangle. And you can see she looks down about it as well. Doesn't look happy, and she's gorgeous as well. Okay, so if you're dating, I'm definitely seeing as that you're discontent over the fact that you're waiting to work on this relationship, you're waiting to establish it more, but you might get your wish fulfilled. Most definitely I'm seeing. The Sagittarius, Leo or Aries might kind of wake up and be like, okay, she's not taking me shit. She completes me more than any of the others do. And I would suggest that if he doesn't, or they don't, he or she doesn't start to do so, then that you move away. Okay, get your own balance, move away, don't allow it to continue. You choose the life you live, you choose it by allowing people to do what they're doing. If people think they can disrespect you and keep you on tab and use you as an option, they'll just continue to do it, won't they, Capricorn? So your job should be to be like, what is it you want, in or out? It's quite simple. If you're single, there's just so much opportunity. You might be discontent because you don't know who to choose, though. Someone else got this. And the Queen of Pentacles is saying you need to look at who can fulfill you long term. If you're in a position where you've got up to 2 or 3 people who you're considering, you need to really look at who you can, who who will have your best interest at heart long term, because you're always thinking long term, really. Who balances you out, okay? Who keeps you calm, who keeps your life balanced and not an emotional roller coaster, is how you need to be looking at it. Someone who doesn't play all these fucking sad, petty games. Some of yous are better off on your own for now. Some of yous have got things that you need to deal with, okay? Some of yous are better off focusing on your own world and remaining single while you balance yourself before you even consider a relationship. Anything else? People breaking into your marriage, cheating, going on both sides in your marriage. If that's happening, Capricorn, then you really need to look at why you're married, why you're in a relationship. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing you cheating, you lapping up the attention of the opposite sex, him lapping up the attention of the opposite sex, or vice versa, if it's a Capricorn man watching this. And the Queen of Pentacles or King of Pentacles, if it's the man, obviously you just need to look closely at why you're doing what you're doing and if this relationship is actually worth the work. Because that's why the Three of Pentacles has come up in relation to your emotions. Is it worth the work or not? Does this relationship, have enough quality to be able to be built upon? You might think your partner's cheating on you in work as well. Said that to another sign. Eight of yeah. It might be to do with at a party though, I'm seeing. And you decide to split. Okay, so I'll see for that. I don't know what that card is, let me have a look. Judgment. Okay, so you've got Judgment in relation to your health. Great. Okay, and then we've got the World card and the Temperance card in the situation position. So there you go, Capricorn. Judgment, Temperance, and the World. So you already know, even if you don't think you've had enough, you should know deep down that Judgment says that things have consequences, okay? And that you need to be taking time away from your business to get balance. Especially if you're self-employed as well. Because, I mean, I'm self-employed and that is not easy. You know, the thing about being employed is you're always balanced. You go, you work your certain hours, you go home, it's done. When you're self-employed, you'll find that your work, even when you're not supposed to be working, it consumes your life because you're like, well, at the end I should be doing this now and need to be working on that now and all of that. And the Temperance card with the Judgment card says you really need time out. You really need to balance yourself. You really need to, you know, your health is being judged. You need to judge your health. You need to judge how you're taxing your health and the price you're going to pay for that. Remember I said about the Three of Swords, I am seeing some of you just working so much that you're getting ill. You might be picking up colds, you might be just generally feeling down. You know when we're feeling like we're running on empty, so we pick up the carbs, we pick up the food. We were like, oh, probably just need food. You eat the food and it doesn't make any changes, and you're like, what the fuck's happening here? It's because basically you're getting ill. It's signs from your body. Your body will always send you signs that, look, you need to tone it down here. And the Judgment card is saying that you need to judge how you're treating your health, because again, the World card is all about that it's going to affect your world in some way. If your health goes, then it's going to affect your business. If your health goes, it's going to affect, it might be that it ends up like a stroke, a heart attack, anything like that. And I'm sorry, I am going to just say it how it is. And then that's going to fuck up everything and you're going to be out of work, aren't you? So it would be better to take some time away from work, get some balance, spend an hour or two a day, really reflect and getting sleep. Balancing your life, Capricorn, okay? Balancing your health, making sure it's a priority, okay? It doesn't matter if someone goes, oh, will you just do that for me? Oh, yeah, no, but can you just stay back for me? No, I'm sorry, I can't. I've got to go home and meditate. What? I'm sorry, I've got to go home and meditate. You don't have to say that, but you know what I mean. I'm sorry, I've got this to do. I really can't. I'm sorry, I'd love to help you, but I can't. Think about yourself and your health and looking after yourself first, and then you can help other people. Because I'm seeing whoever this group of people is with the Hierophant, they proper put upon you. To the point of that it's conflicting you, and it's conflicting you and causing you a lot of anxiety. You're always thinking, well, if I don't do this, they might get rid of me, I might lose my job, I might lose. So what? Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying that you should take so one in terms of obviously you've got bills to pay, I get that. But if your health goes, you're fucked either way. Wake up, Capricorn. Spiritually, who's this guy? Ace of Cups, I'm assuming. So spiritually, you've got the Ace of Cups. So the Ace of Cups is sending a clear message, Capricorn, with the Temperance card on the world. If you want to be more balanced in your world, you need to be more spiritual, okay? Most definitely. Okay, the Ace of Cups is all about the hand of the divine. If we look at, obviously, the Rider-Waite, it's about the hand of the divine offering us something, okay? And the message here is that the Ace of Cups is saying, spiritually, if you take the offer, if you listen to us, if you apply it, if you listen to your inner voice about your health and how you're feeling, you will overcome any difficulties that could happen in the future. If you ignore this advice, I'm afraid to say I don't think it's going to be good for some of you. Okay, I think your health will start to decline, and I think you'll suffer the consequences with the judgment coming up there, because judgment is about the universe watching. It's about the higher forces watching to say, well, clearly that's a priority to them, especially with the Nine of Pentacles as well, because they'll view it as, well, you're kind of not doing too bad. Okay, it's going to be different for some people, but with the Nine of Pentacles, most Capricorns have got enough that they wouldn't need to be sacrificing their health in such a way that they're doing so, and they're taking a bit of time out despite what may need to be done, or what bills need to be paid, and all of this will really help you. You'll get paid for sick pay if you're employed as well. The Ace of Cups is suggesting that you need to go into your centre. You need to listen to your intuition. You need to look after your emotions. Okay, you have to understand that your mental state and your emotions affect your physical body. Okay, and if you're run ragged, it's going to start to affect you mentally. It's going to start to affect you emotionally, and then before you know it, physically, your body's going to go, okay, well, what the fuck's going on here? Everything needs to be in balance, hence the Temperance card. And the way you can get in balance is by meditating, listening to your intuition, trusting in your guides, and trusting that the advice you're being given by the universe is good, in the sense of that you need to calm yourself and relax a lot more than you are. And I probably need to apply the same mantra myself. The Six of Swords in your strength is that strength is getting a break, getting a week off in November. Okay, moving yourself out of constantly running around the hamster wheel. The Six of Swords, as you can see, that she's traveling. She's going traveling. Okay, so it might be that you get a week in a retreat, a meditation retreat. It might be that you literally just decide to go to a spa. Okay, something along those lines. But I'm seeing you need at least 6 days off. The Six of Swords for me is recuperation, okay, to move from a place of constantly being in turbulence, which means getting up from the minute we get up, we're like, I've got to do this, to the minute we go to bed, I've got to do that, okay, and getting no rest at all. With the Temperance card, though, it's all about a meditation retreat, or a place where basically it's very tranquil. You might go to the country, you might go to, out of the city, you go to a place where basically for those few days, you turn off your phone. Fucking hell, Capricorn. I know that's hard for you, but you turn off your phone and you just do nothing. Okay, because people think, well, but I'm doing nothing, which means I'm losing money, and I'm like that. But you're not losing your health or your peace of mind, and you're going to make more money and be more successful if you take that time out. So wake up. Okay? And your weakness is the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords, which is quite hard, okay? So the message here is, remember that group of people who have said you're conforming to? It might be that that's these, okay? Your weakness is that you allow this woman to kind of out-talk you, okay? She's a Gemini, so she's someone who's just going to be like, listen, yeah, but this needs to be done, and she's just someone who's quite overpowering, and you might be a bit like, and you might just take a weak stance because you're worried about the consequences. And the King of Pentacles, again, someone who's overly ambitious and driven by his own, you can see there he's got all the luxury, he's got the woman. Again, the King of Pentacles, though, may be you. And again, the need to basically constantly be working, constantly be getting more than you need. You don't need it. You can take a week off, Capricorn. So if your health declines and goes shit, you're choosing your own bed and you'll lie in it. Okay, the Queen of Swords, again, your weakness is that you're not balanced. The Queen of Swords is Libra, more than any other air sign. And the message here is that your weakness is that you do not understand the concept. If someone said to me, what would be the one word that you could use for this fucking reading this month, what would it be? balance. Okay, that is it. It's that simple. There's a big message for you that, you know, that you need balance in your relationships, your attitude towards your relationships, playing games. You know, you need balance in the sense of that you know, you need to really weigh up any relationship you're in where it's taking away your peace of mind, Capricorn, where people are playing games, where you're getting yourself involved in love triangles, you're with a man who's already married or a woman who's already married. You know, you're wondering why your life is unsettled because you're fucking allowing this to happen. You're sitting there, you're discontent with the Three of Pentacles, you're trying to work on a three-way relationship. This man is already taken, this woman is already taken, you're wasting your time, you're taking away your own peace of mind, you're burying yourself in your work, you're anxious all the time, you feel stuck, you feel paralysed, you feel like, well, you know, I can't take a break now because I've got to do this, and I don't want to disappoint that person, but I might lose this if I take time off now. You know, you can't be like that in your life, and that's why with the Ace of Cups, you've got to come to a place of centre where you don't allow other people to manipulate you or control you, or you don't let your own need for security, more so with it, because Capricorn is all about security. You don't allow your own need for security to kind of take away your peace of mind to the point of that you're constantly living anxious and you're never taking time out to rest or retreat. It's that simple for you really this month. It's like you really need to take time out, rest, retreat. Don't let other people take away your balance. I'd definitely get rid of any kind of love triangle situations. I'd weigh up the marriage or the relationship you're in if it's basically nothing but pettiness. Is it worth being in, or are you better off just leaving and going off on your own? The Six of Swords is definitely saying, excuse me, as strength that you need to get some time away. Your strength this month is in taking time to retreat. Your strength this month is in taking time to meditate on the conflicting situations you've got yourself stuck in, whether that be a love triangle situation, whether that be waiting on tab for someone to make a decision between you and another 1,000 women or another 1,000 men. The Judgment card in relation to your health is suggesting that you really need to judge how you're treating your health, because it's not good. It's really not good. And I don't just mean your physical health, I mean your emotional and your mental health. And I'm telling you, I'm a Gemini, so when my mental state goes, my emotional state goes. More so the other way around for me, because I've got a Pisces moon. So when my emotional state goes, then I start to become exhausted mentally, and then my physical body starts to decline. The strength is in the universe. The strength is in your own emotions. The strength is in your own centre. Finding yourself on a deeper level. Our emotions are internal. Meditation, retreat, going by water with these two cards. Okay, will help you to meditate and reflect and listen to your inner voice and be guided in the right direction about what it is that you need to do to make your world a lot more balanced, Capricorn. Okay, you need to do this work. You need to spend less time working, less time focused on the external world. That, you know, your priorities, get your priorities in order. I'm seeing the conflict in your marriage or relationship maybe in relation to you, and that you don't create enough balance for your relationship or your marriage because you're always just out there working, focusing on your work. Get some time away with your partner if there's conflict. Go to couples counselling. Go to a retreat. Spend time alone dealing with the conflict, because the Six of Swords is taking the conflict with them. So they do need to face the conflict. You know, the weakness is not having a direct conversation about what needs to happen in relation to your marriage or your relationship. How it needs to be more balanced. How you need to take more time for each other. Because with these two cards, that's how you're going to come. That's how you're going to come to a place where you're both secure again, and the relationship becomes more calmer. It's that simple, Capricorn. It really is. Okay, be more balanced, relax. Okay, take a week off in November. Take some time to meditate, relax, go within. Think about all that you've achieved in 2015, all that you're going to achieve in 2016. Okay, start listening to your intuition more. Start taking time to meditate more. You know, have good judgments about your health and how you're treating it. Okay, and I promise you, if you do and you don't allow other people to, you know, control you in any way, or your own materialism and all of this. So yeah, but I might lose out on that contract if I go away for that week. But you might lose out on a lot more if you don't. So it's up to you. Enjoy your month, and I will speak to you in December.